Hi there, and welcome back to Current Obsession. As you can see, this video is not starting off like the others, with John introducing his latest boat project. This weekend, we are actually heading out for our first overnight on Georgian Bay. We are actually planning to go up to Frying Pan Bay, which is at the top of Beausoleil Island, to spend the weekend. The forecast is beautiful sunshine all weekend, unfortunately not terribly warm, only about 17 or 18 degrees Celsius, but still lovely to be back out on Georgian Bay and spending a weekend. Come along with us and watch us have a little bit of fun.
Alright, ready to go. So, engines are warmed up. We're gonna head out. Got cords to unplug, lines to undo. The wind is pushing us off the dock. So, it's not a very light breeze. We watch the flags. But what's gonna happen is when I undo the bow and start walking to the back, the bow is gonna start to wanna wander out. We have no neighbor today, so not a desperate situation, but still. This is what we can do to resolve. I've got my lanyard from my side shift bow thruster. Bring the boat back to a parallel with the dock, and then I have no worries about rushing and all the crazy that goes with it. So I'll do that right now. Everything undone except for the stern line and the bow. So have a look either way. Nobody's coming, so I don't have to worry about rushing and then finally realizing I'm going to hit somebody.
All right.
So I'm going to go undo the bow line.
And you got your lanyard to help out. You can see the bow's coming in there because he just clicked on that lanyard. Side shift is pulling our bow in. Even as he's doing this, if he starts to drift out a bit, we can use that to pull us back in. Makes it a lot less stressful for me back here at the stern, because I know I just have one side of it, or one part of the boat to concern myself with. I don't have to worry about it.
So now we're all free at the bow. I can just see it starting to go out now.
I can feel it going out a bit. I hear your radio going upstairs too. Alright, so he's giving me the stern line. I can hold the stern in until he gets up to the bow.
You can see how the bow is starting to run away.
Right.
Very slight. The wind is very light right now.
It is a light wind. Alright.
I just bring it back.
Alright.
Perfect. Up to the helm.
Perfect. Yell to me when you want me to let the stern go.
Okay.
Okay, stern is off. This part always stresses me out, because I always feel like we're getting too close. And just when I'm about to yell up to him, he does exactly that. That's when the bow has now cleared the slip. But it always makes me just hesitate a bit. lucky nights for our first overnight for the 2026 season. There you go.
So we're easier to turn there because I just used the bow thruster instead of having to put port in forward, starboard, reverse, and create this, you know, turbulence of chaos. I simply keep it in forward with one engine, and I help it along with the bow thruster. We'll do it here on this turn. We have to turn to our port to head out. Slight wind coming from our port side. I just try to keep it slow. No one's coming either way, which is good. And then you can see what happens if I just give a little, I don't want to go too early.
Someone honked at us.
There, the nose is turning. I don't even have to do anything with the controls.
I was commenting as you were backing out how it stresses me out, because when you back out, it always feels like you're going to continue into the boats on the other side. But yeah. I've learned that just when I'm about to yell up to you is probably when your bow clears, and that's when you can put the engines in gear and start to bring the bow around.
Yeah, so if I sit here, no one's behind us.
No.
And I use the side shift control to go to my left, to my port. You can see how easy it turns. And if I want to go back again, stops the boat, momentum.
Brings it right over.
Starts to bring it over.
Yeah.
So with
that side shift is an amazing little
with a lot
tool.
of practice, you can start to walk this boat where you want when you've got not only forward and reverse with twin engines, you also have a bow thruster to help bring your nose over, able to walk it off. I still have to learn that a little bit. I haven't done it before. I've been told that it works well. So we'll do some practice runs with that, and we'll video that so we can see.
Yeah, but where we're going today, we are anchoring.
Yeah, there won't be a lot of use for it out there.
Yeah, you don't need it.
You don't need the bow thruster all the time, thank God. But when you do need it, it's nice. It gives you peace of mind. And if I was by myself right now, I'd have no worry about being able to put the boat where I want to.
No, I did absolutely nothing to help you there.
Yeah, I was just here for the camera.
I'm just
You're
here.
the camera girl.
I'm the girl behind the camera. They haven't even seen the front of me yet. So. But no, I mean, I'm not as agile getting on and off the boat. So for me, that's always been rather stressful. When the girls are with us, our daughters, and we're docking, they're, you know, you bring it in quite close and they're easily able to hop off the boat and tie the lines. And I just find that, unfortunately, a little challenging.
Notice that you can't hear a thing. There goes the nose. I don't hear a sound.
No.
Nobody hears a sound, and everybody's turning around to see what you're doing. It's silent.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have to do starboard and reverse to help this turn. And here we go. We're just working our way out.
There we go. And here we are heading out into Midland Bay, which is where we've been docked, or, you know, we're at Bayport Marina. We've been here for a lot of years, and just across the water there is the Midland's town dock, a nice restaurant that you can go to the town dock and you can have lunch there, dinner there, called the Boathouse if you're ever in the Midland area.
Ice cream?
Oh yeah, and they've got really good ice cream there too. So we're heading out. We're gonna head up to Beausoleil Island. There are like dozens of really good anchorages just around Boasely Island. We're gonna travel at about what speed?
9 miles an hour.
At 9 miles an hour, it'll take us just a little over an hour to get there.
But we enjoy the ride.
We enjoy the calm ride.
Right, nice, calm,
so does our
ride.
dog. And then we'll pick an anchorage, or we're deciding between two today, just based on the winds. The winds are going to be northwest overnight. So we're either going to anchor in Chimney, which is the best for that wind, or we might go over to Frying Pan. Isn't the best for that wind, but we have friends there, and the winds are going to be a little light.
Yeah.
So we'll figure that one out as we go.
Yeah, we're indecisive people.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll come back to you when we're maybe closer, maybe when we're coming through Honey Harbor, because we will be, well, yeah. I don't even know if we're going to be going through Honey Harbor. Depends on what. Yeah,
we have to make a decision left or right.
if we...
You go to one, it's a big jaunt to get back to the other, so we got to pick one.
Right. Anyways, when we come back to you, we'll tell you what we picked. Okay, so here we are. We've been traveling for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and we are just coming in to Honey Harbor on our way up the east side.
Just turning rock.
Just turn rock. We're coming up the east side of Boasely Island. If we had wanted to go up to Chimney, over in that direction there, we would have gone up, and then there's quite a few anchorages in there, and it would have been good tonight. It's a bit of a west wind, so that would have been good. But we decided we'd try to connect with our friends who are in Frying Pan, so we're gonna come up this way through. We got the plastic or the glass down because it is a bit cool. The wind is a bit cool today, and I was a wimp, and I said I needed it closed up. So the video isn't the best, but there's John checking
the weather. Let you know.
See the wind.
17 degrees Celsius.
17 Celsius, which I can convert for
But
you.
full sun.
Full sun. I mean, it is a beautiful day, but it is definitely a day where you're, maybe wearing a hoodie or whatever, but still.
And that's the forecast for the next 2 days, and then it goes 20, 21, and 24 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
There you go.
So we're getting there.
We are getting there. Anyway, so we'll just let you take a little view of what it's like to come in through Honey Harbor. We'll be passing Picnic Island, which is a gas dock in Honey Harbor, where the gas is usually a reasonable price.
Yeah, sometimes we decide, should we get it at our marina or should we wait and get it at Picnic? But so far, our marina has been good with its fuel prices.
And they also have like a very small, but well-stocked grocery store. So if there's any provisions that you thought last minute you need, they do have even like a meat counter and more of your basic staples and stuff there. Prices are a little higher because you're
general store. You can get clothing and stuff.
Yeah, they have clothing, and they have a really good ice cream bar.
And nearby Fry's.
Oh yeah, and if you just a short walk, like 100 feet, like it's not far at all. Just up the dock from Picnic Island, there is I think you can get fish and chips there too and stuff. Like a bit of a grill.
It's a fry hut thing.
Fry hut, and you can sit there on they have some picnic tables, and so you can watch the comings and goings of the gas dock and have a little snack. And I mean, you could even, although it is a bit of a walk into Honey Harbor, although I'm not sure what they would say about leaving your boat at that dock for any length of time.
Yeah, but just a small 5-minute boat ride further is the Delawana with a public dock.
Oh yeah, we'll show you that too.
And you can park there or dock there for free for 2 hours.
There you go. Anyway, so here we are coming in, well marked.
Yeah, you gotta stay in the markers. It's like a bowling alley right here, red, green.
There we go.
And then of course we have to watch our wake as we get closer to the island here, and the posted sign for 9 kilometers, 10 kilometers.
I guess it's 9.
So we drop her down there, make no wake as we go by the gas docks at Picnic Island.
But this is definitely Georgian Bay cottage country. You're seeing all these cottages to our left here. Those cottages are on an island. Those are boat access only cottages. And then on this side over here, those are more land. Well, they have land access. So if you're purchasing, that is more expensive than the boat access. But it's crazy how pricey some of the boat access cottages can be. There was one cottage I was looking at the other day online on Bone Island, which it's a bit of a boat ride to get there, and it was over $2 million. So the nicer cottages, even boat access only, are still pretty pricey.
So we gotta watch other boaters.
Security. Station, all stations. This is the Midland Bay Sailing Club Race Committee. Midland Bay Sailing Club Race Committee. Midland Bay Sailing Club Race Committee. Safety message concerning yacht racing in Severn Sound and Midland. Both on 1-4.
Not for us.
Yacht racing in Severn Sound?
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, so there is a bit of traffic today, not terribly busy. Was that the...
Yeah, people we know.
Yeah, those people we knew. My my lovely face recognition. I recognize them after they passed. And you see a lot of the service boats and stuff coming and going right now too, as people have boat access only cottages are getting them all opened and up for the season.
I don't think I'll be swimming this weekend though.
No, we did check the temperature gauge and it says that the water is about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That was out before we came into more shallow water. But the last time we were out, for whatever reason, even when we got into the Frying Pan Bay, which isn't, how deep is Frying Pan generally? Around
12, 15 feet.
Yeah, so it's not a very, I mean, it's great for anchoring. Even then, the water was quite frigid. We've had a few stories already of people, you know, foolishly, because it's a nice warm day, they're out on their paddle boards or they're out on their jet skis or whatever, because you're feeling like it's summer, but the water is so cold. And we have a person we know whose son was on a paddleboard with the dog, no life jacket. The dog went in, it's frigid, trying to get the dog out. It was a heavy dog. So then the son went in anyway. In the end, it all turned out okay. A boater came by and sort of rescued them, but it could have been quite a tragic story because the water's that cold and you can't get out. Things can go bad pretty quickly.
Yeah, you think you can do it, and then you realize when you're in that stuff's starting to tighten up and muscles are cramping, and you can't do anything about it.
No. Anyway, so here we are coming in. You can see it is quite tight. The markers are tight. Boaters are generally pretty good coming through this. And off to the right there, the sort of teal green building, that is Picnic Island. That's the store.
It's quite the happening spot in the summertime.
It is. There's a trailer park right there. People have a really nice beach that they can hang out at all summer. It's quite busy.
The trick is to not try to look around too much because you miss markers.
Yeah, that's why John's driving and Corinne is videotaping.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to all of a sudden miss something and uh-oh. And the rocks aren't very forgiving in Georgian Bay.
No. No, and we watched a lot of looper videos and people who are, you know, doing the Great Loop, and it is very different boating on Georgian Bay than it is, you know, coming up the intercoastal waterways and whatnot. We've never done it, but just from what I've seen, that there's lots that worry about in the intercoastal waterways with tides and currents and shoaling,
yeah,
where the currents and whatever move the sand around, so then that can change, you know, your depths. In Georgian Bay, the bottom, it is sandy dirt, but there is, as you can see, there's rock faces coming up all the time, and if you stay in the between the markers, you're fine. But if not,
and the locals know where they are.
yeah.
But unless you're a local, I'd stay in the markers.
That's right. So here is Picnic Island. Not busy today when it's only 17 degrees. And the fry hut, I can't tell if it's open or not. I think it is. I see somebody up there.
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah. So the fry hut's open. It's a nice little spot to come to. Even if you anchor at one of the anchorages around Beausoleil Island, and if you have a tender, it's a nice little dinghy ride in. You get ice cream and stuff and take a little tour.
There's an example off to the left if you were to not go the right way. Somebody's been nice enough to put a marker.
I don't know if you can see that there. There's a little white buoy hanging there.
Okay.
So there must be a cottager who knows that they bring their boats into their cottage and there's a rock. And I mean, I can see the rock from here. I know you guys probably can't on the camera. But if you don't know it's there,
You will soon
yeah.
know.
And even where we're going into Frying Pan, we can show you when we go in there, there is a rock that all the locals know about. So when you're turning in to that little anchorage, you do have to make a very wide turn And we know this from people telling us the rock is there, and we also know it from personal experience of thinking we knew where the rock was and estimating a little incorrectly and hitting it ourselves and doing some damage to a crop, unfortunately. So
It was a $2,500 lesson.
it was a $2,500 lesson, but yeah, those are lessons you never forget.
Yeah.
And this is, if you don't have a boat, we have a little tour operator.
Yeah, Landmark
He
Cruises.
doesn't have a big crowd today because it is,
4 people.
yeah, so Landmark Cruises. Anyways, and then coming up on the right is a hotel, used to be. So in the like 70s and 80s up here, the Delawana Inn, and it was an absolute happening place in the 70s and 80s and the 90s too. Lots of people from Toronto and the city area come up for the weekend, stay at the hotel, enjoy this beautiful view. And then in the 2000s, I don't know if it just fell under new management or the building just became too expensive to maintain, and it's sort of just, well, they closed. And since then, it has just started to just fall apart because it's not being used at all. It's a real shame because it's a nice big building. It's, as you can see, it's got a beautiful view, beautiful spot, and when we come around it, you'll see they also have a beautiful beach. But the main building is just sitting there sort of falling apart.
It's probably condemned because of asbestos or something
Something's
like that.
gone on where it's just obviously become too expensive to be financially, you know, the return on investment isn't there. Anyways, here are the public docks. So if you wanted to take a walk into Honey Harbor, which is a bit of a hike, but you can dock your boat in any of those slips for up to 2 hours free.
Yeah, 2-hour mooring.
So, which is nice. And also, I did just say that that building there is not used, but you'll see as we go past the Delawana, there is a restaurant, like a fish and chips place. I forget what it's called. They also do, as you see, there's some docking coming up on it right there too, that you can dock there, and you can have a nice lunch. But I've always said if I won $1 bajillion, I'd fix up the Delawana Inn because
You'd have no money
I
left.
had no money left. I want to fix up everything. But I just feel like it was such an iconic place to come. You know, in my younger days, I had friends who worked at the Dell. It was, it had like an aura to it, and now it just sits there and rots, which is really sad to see. Anyways, but up there, the building there with the green roof is a restaurant. They do have outdoor seating. And you can see that it's parts of the Dell that are still up and running. They do have little cabins in the back there that you can rent. They have really nice grounds that are nicely maintained. Docking out here, canoes, kayaks, a bit of a beach here, which isn't the nicest beach because you're sort of swimming with the boats that are docked. But when we come around the point here, all this land is still owned by it's all part of the one property. And there is a really nice beach on the other side that also belongs to the Dell.
I don't know if they'll have it out yet, but they have a floating rock climbing thing and a slide.
Yeah, really nice. And then across from here, I always love going by this place. It says Royal Island, and I think it says 1890. We'll see it in a sec.
1896.
1896, and this property was just recently purchased by someone. And you can just see the beautiful cottage that they have built up there, and just nice attention to detail. They've got like a fire pit. They've got some nice red Muskoka chairs down here at the waterfront.
Guest cabin in the back.
Guest cabin, yeah, they own the whole island. So that's sort of
No shortage of funds.
no shortage of funds or taste, I must say, because I think it's just a beautiful property. I can't imagine this would be under $5 million,
Probably.
because they own the whole island. So
add or more.
could be more. Yeah, it could be more. We're coming through, so they own right around to that point, and then here we are coming out of the smaller channel, coming past Honey Harbor, and over to this side is the end of the property that belongs to the Dell, and we will be. They don't, I think, have their floating out yet. It's still May.
Well, still got a little bit of corner to turn.
Yeah. I doubt it.
I doubt it'd be there. It'd be a
Well,
bit
the
of a
kids aren't out of school yet.
Yeah, true.
And the water's freezing cold. But they do have their markers in for where it's safe swimming, and you can see they do have a floating dock out. And then that's a beautiful beach where you can swim. So if you know anybody who wants to...
And there's marinas and restaurants all the way down there.
Yeah.
But we're not going that way.
No, we're going up.
We're going the quieter way.
We're going the quieter this way, and then I'll take you back around here because that is the other side of the property that you just saw. And I do believe even that little guest cabin is part of the main Royal Island property. I'm not sure. Could be somebody else's. But I do know at the very point here that somebody else does have a cottage. But still, beautiful spot. So now we're going to travel up through here for about the next 10 or 15 minutes. And then we will come to the turn where we will head into Frying Pan. Okay, here we are coming into Frying Pan. And we can see the shoals right there at the entrance. I'm not sure how much you can see in the camera.
The other one is right off the side of our boat now.
Yeah,
So
and you can't see it.
Yeah, so we're going to turn around.
So you feel like it can make a nice tight turn into here, but you really, oh, that's bad camera work there. It's focusing on the plastic and not on the, you see all the reflection. So it's not the greatest video here of us coming in. There's a lot of sunshiny. But anyway, here we are coming into Frying Pan. It's very reflecty. A few boats in there. I'm gonna turn this off because I have to go to the bow.
Midsummer it can be packed.
Oh yeah, there's times you've gone in and there's really not any room to even drop an anchor and swing. So
yeah, maybe 30 boats in there.
yeah, and the docks can be full. So
but it's good fun.
Good fun. So I'm gonna go out onto the bow and man the windlass, and John's gonna decide where we're dropping anchor.
So here's some of the walkways at Frying Pan on Boasely Island. You got Frying Pan Bay. Better watch the dog here for possible snakes. Frying Pan. There's a sign right there. Or that way to Fairy Lake. We're going to turn, go this direction. We've got a pathway that ends into the natural ground. We just have to watch for rattlesnakes. At this time of year, they like to come out and sun themselves. So just have to be careful. This will take us back to our boat. So we'll walk this way for a bit. Not too far. Just don't want to maybe a little bit overreactive with the possible snake thing, because you can't really see them in the leaves, but it's not as desperate as I might be making it out to be, but there's always the worry. You're out on an island here now. Have to have some Benadryl handy, and then you have to get back to a hospital or something if you did get bit. Can't go, and there's some kind of reversing type of anti-serum to combat the bite. So the dog's most vulnerable because he's smaller, but so you can see now as we're coming to a clearing, our boat is sort of visible through the trees there. This is the south end dock of Frying Pan Bay. Just get on with the dog. Walk. The dog is trying to get a chipmunk. Hey, leave the dog, leave the squirrels alone. We'll walk down through this path. Goes over the whole island. You can walk for hours if you care to, if you're a hiker. You can see the clearing and the boats floating in the bay. Very nice. Path comes up through here to the little bridge. They have a little pavilion here, and they have a raised bathroom. Just a natural outhouse, gravity fed, of course. They have a little river here, which is not running at all, dry. So springtime, that would be. So here is our pavilion. See if I can, right there. And up there is that raised bathroom. Right up in there. And then we swing around here, and there is the docks. Right there. Come out, and there's our boat there on the end, 400. Some nice big ones out there in the middle. Hard to tell that from a distance. We've got our bins here for recycling and garbage. Got them all bear proof. And then there's the other dock at the other side. That's called the North Dock. And that's it. Some of the nice features of Beausoleil Island. Have your area here to pay your fees and all your information. Then back to the boat we go. Have another cocktail. Chat with our friends.
We ended up staying for 2 nights at Frying Pan. First night was with our friends, and on the second night they had to head back to go to work for Monday morning, but we were fortunate enough to be able to stay out, and one of the bigger boats from the middle did come over to the dock for the second night. Lovely people, and we enjoyed hanging out with them for the second night. That was the end of our weekend, and then we headed back home. Weather's shifted a bit, so we're just doing some more boat projects. Next video would probably have John fixing, I believe, one of the heads on the boat where it doesn't seem to maintain pressure. Anyway, so that will be our next video, and then hopefully the video after that is another journey out onto Georgian Bay. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Current Obsession.